Hi, members only. Welcome to your live. We're here tonight for you all. So, when I think of members only live, I think of like an intimate gathering. And I think there's going to be special stuff brought to the table where you actually do feel special. Hi, Miss Andra. How are you?
Good. How are you, Miss
Well,
Donna?
long time no see.
I know. Seems like we were just here together.
But I've been promising this private live to them since before Christmas.
Hmm.
So I'm finally glad that it got put on the table.
Me too.
We've got 32 here. I don't even know how many members I have. Would you like to say hi to everybody while I go looking?
I sure will. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Jessica Cutler. I see you're still at work. Got it. Hi, Latrice, Yvette. That's me. Hey, Laura, Sharon, Beck, Katie, Roxy. Hey, Jean. Hey, Monty and Jason and Melissa E. Hey, Bobby and Judy. Judy, we were talking about your challenges that we're working on when we were backstage. Hey, Wendy and Valerie and Gretchen. Yes, you guys, I see you talking about the weather, all these Floridians. I know it's cold down there for you guys. Hey, Nancy, Don B. I was shocked to see it's snowing in Florida. Isn't that crazy?
Oh God, did you see the snow on the beach in Destin?
I did. And I
Oh,
think I saw Pensacola. It was crazy.
did you check your area?
I didn't. I'm scared too because people were teasing me like, "Oh, see, maybe you want to rethink where you're gonna move." And I'm like, "This is like
There's
once."
no place else to go unless you're going to Mexico.
Hello. That's why I'm like, this is like a fluke. Like,
I think the last time this happened was the late 1800s.
yeah, it was a long time ago. I'm like, yeah, I'm
They
fine.
call it a once in a lifetime storm, right?
Yeah, just like San Antonio. When I was leaving in February of 21, I was leaving to head to Denver, and San Antonio got clobbered with snow. So, but that doesn't happen very often.
No.
Hey, Becky. Kaylee, I don't know if you heard me. Hey, Kaylee. Hey, Christine. And Kentucky girl, Sylvia. I remembered. Let's see
Yes.
who else is here. Hey, Janet, Crafty Saver. My comments aren't moving. Let's go. Oh,
So,
let me move.
can we just wait for 1 second? So you know
Yep.
how like people pop in and my brain sometimes goes to a song or a nickname. So like when I see Mandy, I think of the song from The White Christmas, Mandy. But now when you say Sylvia, do you know where I go? I go to Dirty Dancing where they're, oh, Sylvia, how do
Oh,
you call your lover boy?
yeah. Come here, lover boy.
Baby. So
I
keep
do know
going.
that one. Why was I a little kid watching that movie? It was very inappropriate. But anyway.
Okay, good.
Hey, Jenny, the dramatic panda. Bev, Donna M, Muskoka. Let's see who else. Jack. Hey, Jack. Hey, Sharon. Wait, I think I already said there was a different one. Wait, do we have more than one Sharon? Oh, you guys, I'm not. I try to keep track of who we have here. Let me go back up.
We got Sharon McLaughlin, and I don't know, I didn't see the other one. Wow, we got a
Sharon
lot of
Gill.
us.
We do. We have Sharon G and Sharon
Yes,
M.
we do. Holy moly, we're at 73 out of 198 showing up for the private live.
Look at you guys. Okay, Bobby D, Robin's here. Inspirations. Hey, Alto. Hey, Amy A. The other Jessica's here. Melanie's here. Let's see. Amy L is here. Is Amy M here? I'm doing roll call. Hey, Rose and Shannon. Hey, Lake and Bacon. And let's see, Robin Smith. Okay, so we have both two Robins. Mandy, you already said Mandy. Let's see. Hey, Don, the craft bin.
Mine too.
My comments aren't
Look at
moving.
how the conversation's going.
Hi, Michelle. Hey, Shar. Okay, Laura says that's cool. When I first started my budgeting journey, there were no peeps from Florida. I'm excited to see so many. Hey, Misha. Hey, Heather. That's one of your favorite movies? Okay, you love that scene too. You quote it often. Cute. You probably would because it's your name, right? That's fun. Hi, Chrissy and Carol and Shell.
Always quoting. I'm usually quoting songs, or a song will take me back to a specific time, and my brain can just go back to it like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Hey, Domby. Hey, Trina.
So we do. We have everyone is under Jack Frost. He is nipping at our noses. Okay.
He's nipping at more than noses.
Do you want to start? We've got 84 people. Do you want to start with like a little, because I said I would do this. Do you want to ask Q&A? Do you want to have a little bit of a time of Q&A? And then I'll go into what I want to talk about tonight. I want to give it to you guys first. I want to give you the floor. So let's do some Q&As. And if I can't answer them, I will dismiss them. Like I'll just be like, can't do that.
Also, you love the roll call. I'm gonna come up with a checklist. I'm gonna pen the paper on my checklist with my roll call, my clipboard, and I'm gonna start tracking attendance. Like
pen to paper, pen to paper. Oh my
like,
God, that's our phrase. That's another one of ours for this year.
Yep.
Yes.
Hi,
I was telling Andra that the fireplace has been on nonstop, and we're using the biggest pieces of wood, so they last a couple of hours, and it's been pretty good. So I wake up in the morning, we're negative numbers, negative. We're 1 and then 2 by 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's a long it's long hours before you actually change the temperature.
Yeah.
But I was saying I could not break the chill today. Like I have a heater right here on my floor. It was running up until when I filmed my video today. I don't know if it was the excitement of filming the video, but I was chilled to the bone. Michelle, how do you walk out? None of your extremities could be exposed.
Mm-mm.
Like your nose and your fingertips. Like I know TJ has Raynaud's disease, right? With his extremities. I've never been tested, so I don't know if I have it, but I feel it like that pain.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
couldn't, and I like the cold weather. I don't know if I'd be able to, like, I would definitely be more reclusive than I am now. So
You're
let's see. Do we
what, Donna? Hey, Joe.
more? Is there such a thing as being more reclusive than I am now?
And you?
Yeah.
Oh no. Hi, Evelyn.
And it's so funny. John's like, "Oh, we're gonna hit 30." He goes, "It's gonna feel like summertime."
No, sir. Hi, Sandra C. Oh, I got to do alphabetical order. I'm good at that. I can do that.
No way. You worked outside today? Holy moly!
You guys like my Buc-ee's?
Oh, how cute is that?
Buc-ee Beaver. I have all the Buc-ee's things, y'all. So Buc-ee's in Austin. Well, it's not Austin yet. It's in between Austin and San Antonio. That's my Buc-ee's.
I went to one between Dallas and Houston.
Mm-hmm. I think I've been to that one too.
Yeah, we're at 7 right now. I think it just went down 2 degrees.
Hi, en route with Familia Santos.
We need a Buc-ee's challenge. That sounds like fun. I can definitely work on that. You know what's funny is the original Ford doesn't have heat, and John dropped it off at the mechanic and he fixed the heat. I don't know what he did, but there's something else wrong that we're waiting on.
Hey, Tina V.
But it was so wild to see snow on Bourbon Street, and then a lot of you in Georgia, and then the snow at the beach. I mean, I see snow in Jersey at the beach, but to see snow on the beach at Florida,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Right. Do we don't have any of the people from the gift exchange, do we? Nobody from here showed up. We're still looking for 3. We're
No,
looking for 3 people.
I don't see them.
Um,
You never been to Bucky's, Kaylee? I'm sorry.
we're looking for Kimberly, Sarah, and Shauna.
No, we have 3 that they haven't looked at their draw yet. Not the rest of you guys. We still have 3 that
Yeah,
have responded.
yeah. Sandra C., you looked at yours. I saw that you looked at yours. We're looking for Sarah Gomez and Shauna Kudai. And who was the other one?
Kimberly Villanueva.
Kimberly. Yes. We're looking for those 3 ladies.
You said what is Bucky's? Oh no. It's like okay, so Wawa, they got Royal Farms here. They're all nice places. Come and Go is a nice one. But Bucky's is like all of that on steroids, and it's amazing. And they make a lot of their own like jerkies and pecans, like the almonds with the what are they called with the sweet y'all know what I'm talking about. All the things
Almonds with sweets, like the chocolate covered almonds?
like the candied almonds, like all that kind of stuff they make. They have like they make their own coffee, like everything. So it's like all of that on steroids. And then they make the cutest merchandise. Like I have some other things around, but oh, my blanket is Bucky's. I don't know if you guys can see it because of this thing.
Oh, how cute is that?
Like you gotta see Bucky's face though. There he is.
Aw. Now, since we are members only right now, is there anyone, because we're at 98, is there anyone that might be interested in joining us on the cruise? Because we can link that information if you are interested in getting in touch with the travel agent. And if Lisa, if you want to drop that link, if you have it, that would be okay too. It's always under my videos. So if Lisa doesn't have it, if you go to any one of my videos, it is linked below them. The trip is from November 10th to the 14th on the Disney Wish. I know. You know what? Next year. We'll do something. We're going to do something. And you know what? One year it'll just be easier for some people. And, you know, every year you'll get better at your savings and conquering that debt. And it will be able to happen one day. Okay. Michelle, you're probably why does she do that to me? She gets it. It's like she sells by the seashore. Michelle, I have a feeling you're going to surprise me and just show up on that cruise. Okay, does Andrew know she's frozen and she's like this? I have to take a picture of that. She's going to kill me. But oh, see, I lost it. Oh, that was so cute. I missed something. Let me go back. You guys, the chat's going really fast. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. It's fine. Okay. And like I said, if you guys can't make it, you will be missed. And we don't want anybody going into debt for this. Deb, I missed your comment. That's Uh, Deb, you got this. Stay strong, my friend. We will keep you in your prayers, in our prayers. Oh my gosh. And when you're feeling better, just give me an update and I'll let the village know. And Deb, you were definitely in all of our prayers, right? Andrea is having technical difficulties. Let's see. I don't know where Andrea is. She disappeared. Okay. She'll be back. She shall be back. They're all texting me. Oh, you're good. Oh, happy anniversary. She's just waiting on her computer to be unfrozen. Okay. So now you guys have me. Throw a question or two at me. Come on. I want to hear if you have any kind of question. Bring it. I want to see them. Oh, the Baltic Sea. That's going to be pretty. Hi, Deb. Hi, Aim. Okay. When we just think of the fun we have here, could you imagine the fun we would have if we were all together? You are hysterical. Well, I'll give you a scenario. The brick wall it's done to a point, but once you change the image in it, your bricks change. So then I have to re-add, because if you look at Flounder and then you look at Santa Claus and then you look at Roger, the numbers are not the same. Like, I don't leave the numbers in the same brick because I want things to be different. So do you know what it's like to then start creating? And the numbers are itsy bitsy on my computer screen, and I've got to drop each one of them into a brick. So depending on the image that goes on that brick wall, depends on how long it takes me to math up to $500 or $1,000. So it could be a good half day to a day project. But that was a really good question. What made you start saving? God, years ago, I felt like I was spending more than I should on craft supplies. I wanted a YouTube channel. I wanted to be a YouTuber, and I was in the crafty business, right? If you think of any genre here on YouTube, the craft area is cutthroat, literally cutthroat. If I have any of my crafting people, because some of them follow me still, it's hard. It's hard to come up with a new concept. It's nothing is original anymore. It's really just done and flipped to somebody's take on it, right? So then on Fridays in my channels, I started doing savings. And then I realized I fell in love with Friday videos. I fell in love with saving money every Friday. And then I was just like, I started doing it. And it literally just kept going and going and going. And I realized within the last, I don't know, 3 months, this has become a purpose for me, not just for myself. It's not personal no more. I feel like it was a calling. It was what I was meant to do. And it was my way of being there for other people. If you know what my calling was as a police officer, that's a true calling. That's a calling. You can't just do it because it's a job. I don't believe that. And I think that I personally have a calling to help people. I've taught catechism. I try to go out of my way to make somebody smile throughout the day. If I see a veteran on the street, you always say thank you for your service, especially the old men that wear the caps. You put a smile on their face. I don't know, that's just me. And when I started saving, yes, of course it was all about me. But then all of a sudden, I realized how many people I was helping. And there's an adrenaline rush for me when I know I've helped somebody. Do you feel that way, Andra?
Absolutely. And for, what you just said resonates with me is it's I my first instinct to join the military was I was being told, oh, there's, money for college, but even what I wanted to do in college was to help people. I mean, I used to want to be a doctor. Now I've obviously switched that up, but I am a mental health clinician on the side too. So that's a different way of
Oh,
helping
yeah.
people. But even what I do in the military, like it's just been years and years of people and loving on people and trying to help people be their best, which sometimes requires, some tough love. Being a parent requires you to help people and help our kids. All of you, well, not all of you, but a lot of you have those experiences too with your own family. So all that, what you just said really resonated with me, and using my poor money management skills and some mistakes that I made along the way, if I can turn that into ways to help other people know that, hey, you can do it, you got this, it's one step at a time, then it's all worth it for me.
And I set my own goals, but when I set that one goal for all of us, where I go, one day we're going to be sitting rocking on our rocking chairs, and we might not be together, but there's going to be technology out there that we are together because we're going to hold our phones up. We're all going to be together, like something like this. We're going to be rocking.
Yeah.
That's my goal in life, debt free and rocking. Great question, Jess. Thank you. Yvette, I love this question because I am far behind on what I want to bring to the table. Okay. One is I didn't want to bring too much in the month of January because I did challenge you all to no spend. So I did bring a few things that I deemed necessities because I needed to start a 5K. And then the other one was that year long with the gnomes. If you notice, I really haven't brought anything to the table because that's not fair to me. Let me dangle it in front of you, but I challenge you not to spend money. So yes, Yvette, I'm bringing a game book. I'm taking January off, and we're going to bring it back in February. But I am giving myself another goal for February. Out of everyone that's here, I don't know how long you've been following me, but I think it was February 2 years ago. I think it was February 2. It might have been March, but I think it was February. I created a savings challenge every day in that month. So I think it was February. So if you go back to February 23, it might have even been 22 for all I know. I created a new savings challenge every day in that month. What inspired me to do that was my crafty days. In May is like crafting month. We would craft something new every day in the month of May. So when I became a saver, I was just like, I want to create a savings challenge every day in the month. So I picked the winter month because it's easier to stay in the house. May comes, it's spring, and you want to be outside. You don't want to be inside. So I am going to attempt to set a goal to bring one different savings challenge a day in the month of February. Is this a joke? Why do peppers like archery? Did we miss a joke?
I don't know. Look, I'm going back to see what I might have missed.
Okay, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. That's coming. That is coming. So if that is what sparked your interest this weekend, don't go nowhere. If you look at the smile on this face, it is coming. Okay. The hauls in the craft videos. Think about it. Think about it. So here I am. Savings and budgeting. More people want to learn how to save. More people want to save money. So they get more, right? You get more of a following. Where crafty people, it's hit or miss. And I really wanted to be an influencer of some sort. I wanted to really inspire. And it wasn't happening like I wanted it to happen with the craftiness. And honestly, doing Dollar Tree hauls, how much Dollar Tree stuff did I need? Oh my gosh. I don't need it just to show you what Dollar Tree has. No, you got a crafty girl for that. She'll show you all that if you follow her. And what is her name? Marie. Marie, right.
Mm.
We are just getting started. You missed nothing. You're good. Hi, Miss Maybell. I love her name. That's why I say it's so endearing. I do. I love her name. I have. So my sister Linda and my brother-in-law got married in Hawaii on the mountaintop in Hawaii, on the island, the big island, Hawaii. And I was maid of honor. I was, I don't know, 14 or 15 years old. My brother-in-law used to live in Hawaii. His best friends were in Hawaii. He was in the service in Hawaii. He served in the army. And his uncle, which I considered my uncle, if you have Hawaiian heritage, they wouldn't say like Uncle John, or they might, but everything was always uncle, uncle. So when you said uncle, you knew who you were talking to. So uncle, which was Uncle Pete, he actually was Honolulu police officer. And back in the original, not the new Hawaii 5-0, he did a few special appearances. So I do have Hawaii roots. And I have visited Pearl Harbor.
It's a beautiful place.
Oh, I want to go back. And I call him my brother, even though he is my brother-in-law. So when I refer to my brother, he's it. But he's my brother by marriage. He actually lives on the island of Molokai.
I snorkeled.
Lisa, when is the cutoff date?
They already conversed about that.
Okay, thank you. You tell her, Donna. Who am I telling what to? Oh, I think she was talking about Char. Oh, okay. Exactly. And you know what? You've all caught me once or twice with a boo-boo. 100%. Oh, Sandra's talking. Okay, do we have any other questions, or did you guys ask them all? Hi. Do I still craft or miss it much? Good. Okay. So I think I miss it, but there's not enough hours in my day because you know what? I've showed you as well before. I am a three-dimensional crafter. I like to take from flat to make three-dimensional, and that's not a quick thing to do. I will show you. So to me, this is still crafting, even though it's digital crafting. So every year, my family gets a calendar. Well, last year, my calendar that's on my kitchen cabinet had no pictures in it. It got to the point where I think it was March and I had to put a calendar up and there was no pictures in it. So TJ asks me all the time, where's my calendar? So today I actually got TJ's calendar. Okay, so can you see that? Look at little girl. Are we teaching her early? We're teaching her early. We are teaching her early. In fact, when I don't give gifts. I take the funds and I put it into their Fidelity college account. But when I do that, I take prop money and I put down a goofy picture of the kids in the center. from that year. And then I'll put love Papa John and Grandma Donna. And then I'll put Christmas 2024. And I write a little note on the back. And then I actually asked my daughter-in-law this year, do you actually keep these? She goes, I got them all. I go, oh, thank you. And then, can I show you? This is Willow. That's Willow Bear. That's where TJ got, that's TJ's pup. And this was them this year. Are they a beautiful couple? So I did do a little bit of crafting today. I don't get to much, but sometimes I do miss it. I do. But like I said, not enough hours in my day. Mm-hmm. Bev, were you with me when I was a crafter? Have you been with me that long? Part of me says I think so.
That one was cute, that comment.
So my kids will chase down a vet to say, oh, that's John. That is John. I love that.
That's sweet.
No. That. Yes. I agree. I agree. Even her job right now is a calling. Yes. Yeah. And let me tell you something. I've said it before. I don't know if I can run into a burning building. So fire department is definitely calling. And when I was a police officer, I don't have medical knowledge. I didn't felt it was right for me to jump in on those scenarios. EMS is a true calling. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. I did whatever I had to do, but that I couldn't do it. And my niece is retired from fire department, New York City, FDNY, EMS. And I'm like, I don't know how she did that. Yeah. Wow. I guess you saw that already.
Yeah, I said, tell her thank you for her service from me, for sure.
Deb, you started following me when I was a crafty girl, or during the monthly challenge, create a challenge? Okay, you haven't. So, like on Sunday night, we were talking about no spend, and my girlfriend Rena was part of the chat that night. We spoke on the phone today, and we were talking about we were talking velocity banking today because it's been a topic in my brain and not much else comes out of my mouth. So Rena's like, I heard you guys all talking about no spend. And she's like, I thought that was pretty wild. She goes, I think I need to put myself in check. And that's not a girl that usually worries about her finances. So I was very impressed that it was actually even on the table.
Yeah. Bev answered what you just asked her. She was watching you from Crafty Girl, loved watching you make things from paper.
Yes. Carol, that is awesome.
Me too. Me too.
Right. So it was February. Yes. I had a feeling because I don't know. I remember it being cold outside. And I remember that I could pull out the challenges. I bet you I can name every challenge or close to it that I made that month. Like I did Briar Rabbit and I did Snow White that month. Like so many of them were from that month. Oh my gosh. That's a good memory for me. And while I did it, I did watch the original movie Song of the South with Uncle Remus. I love that movie. I love that song. Obviously, I'm a Zippity Doodah girl because our cat is Zippy. So that whole time frame is pretty cool for me. I think she gave us the punchline, but I don't remember what the joke was.
Oh, it's something about, I forgot. Because they habaneros. I'm so slow to some of those things.
What did I miss? If I was near my notebook, I could tell you, Donna.
Maybe it was Sorry, you guys. When we're talking, like the chat will be going, and then the chat is way down here, and we're still like up here. So sometimes
Mandy had started a planner channel before starting budgeting. Okay. Once you get into a routine and your budget and you really focus on your budget, it will get easier. I promise you that.
welcome to the community.
Yes.
And thanks, Brenda P, for also welcoming this person.
What are they talking about? I'm going to ask every Sunday live.
Lisa challenged Shar something about no smoking. Okay, she said, Shar, I'm going to challenge you to only buy them if you don't buy cigarettes. So she's going to buy challenges or something else.
Okay.
She's going to hold you to it and buy them all. I don't know if she's talking about brick walls or...
Now see, the Gilmore Girls needs a lot of attention. Like I can see, this is why I think February needs to be the month that I create a different challenge in every day. And I've got an amazing book in my head. Amazing. It's going to be a January through December book, but you could start at any month out of the year. Oh my gosh. And I think it's going to be a scratch and save. Oh, if you could see what's up in here. Okay. En route.
That was when she was welcoming.
Nice.
You guys are so
Johnny
sweet.
D is exhausted. The cold weather gets him, like, because he can't go out and for a couple of times throughout the day. But he actually Tuesday he had to do some Willow's Warehouse stuff with TJ, and it was outdoors, and he was like a little bit of an ice cube.
Mm-hmm.
But he did have his friend Chris comes last week and this week to help work on the Camaro. So he got he got some stuff done. So, but he came in the house, he's a little tired, but he's been a lot tired lately. So I don't know if it's just the weather, but I still can't find a specific medical document I'm looking for. And I said this in the live Sunday. That's what got me snowballing all the things that I've been doing. I got to get my butt down the basement and look for it. Thank you, my friend. I feel like I'm so far behind. Oh, wow. Ah,
Thank him for his service.
yes, thank you. And stay strong yourself, right? You know what? Yes. And those are difficult times.
Mm-hmm.
That's a calling also. That's definitely a calling.
Yeah.
We got Navy families. Yay. You found me in May of 23, and I remember binging. Yeah, that was, I like those. I thought my thumbnails for that month were pretty decent. I got to get better at those thumbnails. Oh, that's sweet. That is very sweet.
Yes. Thank you, Tina, because I'll be in the VA for help too.
Yeah, we don't have a Kroger's or Walgreens anywhere near us. The only thing I really stockpile is things I can haul from CVS. I think it was today's what? Today's Wednesday. John went to CVS yesterday, and today's week 2. This week is week 2. So last week in CVS, the toilet paper towel deal was awesome. So I was able to get toilet paper and paper towel last week. This week, I was only able to get toilet paper. So the wall is getting padded even more. I literally was in that room today. I just told her. I said I was in that room because I watered the plants and I had to put paper towels and toilet paper away. Aw, I didn't know your dad was in there. Nice. So honorable. Lisa did? I love her. She's going to be doing the hop next week. Yeah, Lisa Grateful Me is joining us on the hop. My grandpa was in the army. And I remember being a kid and him still having his army blanket. And it was the roughest blanket ever, but it was the warmest blanket ever.
And we still have those blankets at many of our training centers. Those
Do you really?
wool,
Like
those itchy
itchy
blankets.
little heck? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, you found me through Lisa. See? Lisa and I connected. I love to listen to Lisa. All right, let's see what this is. Hi, Beck. I've been trying to start Save to Sync every week for over a year. This will be my first month where I have finished the $1 a day and the Martin Luther King freebie. Nice. Good job.
You just keep trying.
That's, yeah. What do you like to craft, Carol? Oh, scratch and save Gilmore Girls. I like that idea to add to the book. It's got to be a full page sheet, though. We got to work on this because I want the Gilmore Girls to be a full page challenge. All right. Are you really? Wow. See, that's a cool. You are a peer worker?
I didn't know that, Sharp.
Wow. Awesome. And then we have Miss Anne Marie. Something's coming in the mail for me. Aw. I get very so here I received a lot of Christmas gifts from a lot of you. And some of you are actually in the chat. And I have to admit, I get overwhelmed with the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm so thankful, but I'm like, why make, like you guys went out of your way to do for me. And I'm like, I just want to say thank you. You guys make me feel so important.
It's like humbling.
Yes. To the point where I can't even find the words. How grateful.
Yeah.
Little old me. That you took the time out of your day to go buy me something or order me something.
Yeah. Or even to like watch the video and like listen to the whole thing and make like put comments in the chat that's like, I know you listened to my whole, where I blabbled the whole video, and sometimes I just feel like I'm just running my mouth. Awesome.
No, I sometimes I felt that way for a long time. And you feel like you're actually saving for yourself, but then you feel like sometimes you're going through the motions. But we really got to find a way to, as we're doing that, find the common denominator between us and them so that we stick together like glue.
Yeah, that's why like recently I said, am I the only one that like, I want all the challenges. I want to support all the shops, all the creators, but I don't have no money to do all these challenges. So people were chiming in.
Right.
I'm not the only one.
Good night, Amy. I'm sure she's gone already. Okay.
Good night, Amy. Amy M.
Aw, thank you. Thank you, Anne Marie. Thank you. Okay. So you guys all ready to get down to business? And you know what? Come on, Shar, you've been with me for over a year, and Michelle, and you make sure you're seen and I say that in such an endearing way, so that I know that you're here. Like, I love it. I could say, hey, why are you yelling at me? but you're not yelling at me. You're like, Donna, look at what I'm saying to you. Catch it, catch it. And I love it. And I feel like you guys are my sisters. And one day I'll get to see you. Okay. We've got 123 people here. I loved the Q&As. I will do this again, maybe every other month. I think that this would be so sweet. Okay. Now I'm going to bring you guys into this conversation. Who was here Sunday night when we started talking about velocity banking, which I'm going to now call fast tracking my debt, okay? Because this is how I'm implementing it. Who was part of that live? Give me yes or no. Yes if you were with me, or no if you were not. Just so I know where I have to refresh from. Jason's like me. Okay.
I haven't seen any no's.
I'm not seeing them either.
Oh, Brenda P.
Okay, Brenda. Okay.
Marissa, you were in and out. Got it.
Okay. Major things happened this week. Major.
Debbie Knight. Okay, Amy.
Okay. I have another question. I guess this might be a two-part question. Did you miss me? Because I have not been filming, so don't answer yet. Was I missed? And do you understand why I was not filming? So yes, and then write the word film. Yes, film. And then I'll know that you missed me. Or write no film. I don't care. Was I...
I was like, how you going to just tell them to put yes?
Okay. And if you didn't realize I was even gone, that's okay too. Okay. So I skipped a few days. I was not taking the day off because I just didn't feel like filming. I was taking the days off. Faith is being truthful. Love you, Faith. I'm going to give it like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, right? I said this on the live, and I actually talked to Rena about this. And I said this to John, I use these terms for the last 14 days, we'll say. I have been studying. I feel like I've been in class, back to school, educating myself, and literally, as an adult, wrapping my head around something that makes me extremely happy, but on the other end, pisses me off like you would not imagine. Yep, I just said that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say I'm pissed off, I'm at myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad at myself.
Yeah.
Because I really do consider myself a very smart woman, right? I'm not the smartest, but I consider myself a smart woman. I learned a lot about interest rates. And you might say, I know how to run a calculator. I know how to times it to get the interest rate. I know what an interest rate is. I got 0% on this, or I got 1% on that. Well, I would think that I'm the same, but not. So Sunday night we spoke about velocity banking, and I'm gonna go back and reiterate just a little. So this is something that has been on my radar for 2 years. I've watched it. I was like, wow. And then it almost looks like witchcraft. It looks like witchcraft. Like, how does that happen? Like that. And then it came to me again. I was like, shoot. What do? I bring it to this one's attention. And I say to her, please just watch this. And she does. And she comes back and she's like, Oh my gosh. And we studied even more. And last week, we put together a spreadsheet based on the math of velocity banking / fast tracking, which is based on not a loan, but a line of credit. Now, listen straight up. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a guru.
Mhm.
I'm just telling you what I am implementing in my life. And I said this on Sunday night. If this is something that sparks your attention and you want to go do more research on it, you have to do it. Don't take what I say. Don't do what I do. Take what I am showing you and due diligence for yourself. Because I honestly believe that if you go look at this stuff, it might help you fast track your debt. Okay. I think I'm gonna go top down because I think this deserves a visual. Okay. And then we'll come to the computer screen. So let's go to my desktop. And here we are. I feel like we should break out bigger paper, and a marker. Okay. Maybe it's just the book. I'm gonna go like that. Andrew, you could come back in if you want. Okay. I'm gonna be legit with you all, right? You all saw, and I'm good, right? You guys don't see me backwards, right?
No, you're good.
All right. I do want to see if, am I still good?
I still see everything.
Okay. So I was straight up with you when I did the debt confession, right? Did you all watch? I'm going to pause for a second with talking. Did you guys actually go see and watch this debt confession video? I want to see how many of you actually watched that video. And if you didn't, that's okay. You don't have to tell me you did if you didn't. It will not hurt my feelings. Okay. I'm going to say this out loud again because I really do feel like this is a wow factor for me. Demolishing debt confession. Demolishing debt. It's my confession. And I wrote, "Dear God, I see all my debt paid in full. My bills are paid in full. My credit cards are paid in full. My car loan is paid in full. My truck loan is paid in full. I see everything I have to pay for paid in full. I see my home mortgage paid in full. I will be debt free. Thank you, God. Love, Donna." My word for the year is accountability. I am standing by this. I am going to be loud and proud when it comes to this. I'm going to understand my debt. I'm going to plan a repayment strategy. I'm going to take a look at my credit score and history, which I did. I am stop spending on wants and I'm going to focus on needs. I increase payments, use the save to sink method. I am facing it and I'm going to face my debt. Whatever date that video was in the month of January. It was in this month. Okay. We are at January 22nd. You saw that I had leftover monies from Christmas. I wiped out that Home Depot debt. I was actually on the phone or FaceTiming with Lisa when I said, "You know what? Let me just go pay that bill." And I did. I still have the Bank of America. I'm still going to work on the cruise, but that's not even a debt yet because I haven't even had to pay for that. And the mattress is 0% until 2026. This isn't even in my wheelhouse. Not even worried about that. Do you guys see the lines through those? I want to say, do you see the lines? I want to see yes line if you see the line through the F-250, the Explorer, and the mortgage. I'm going to wait for the messages. Give me a comment. Yes. Okay. This is wild. Okay. Since I've done that debt confession, I can honestly say I'm going to come back to the front of you for a second because I think this is heartfelt. And then I'll bounce it back. So since that debt confession in January, I don't know what bells went off, what light bulbs went off. I don't know what erupted inside of me. I don't know if it was the letter to God. And I'm being transparent. I am being honest. Something happened. Okay. I haven't been able to make a video because I'm focusing on numbers and fast tracking this to the point where it was consuming. But it wasn't a consuming in a negative way. It was a consuming in such an amazing positive way. Now, you can ask Andra, you can ask Lisa, and Budget with Mama Bear is working. 3 of us. And I spoke to Rena today. And wait, stand by, time out a second. We had someone else in here, Jason, and I had a business meeting yesterday. Spoke to him about this. I literally cannot do anything but think about these numbers. Let's go back to the desk. Now, Andrew, if there's a comment I need to hear, will you let me know?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Velocity Banking, there's a channel, and if somebody wants to link that channel, you can. She's called Fantastic. I do believe her first name is Chrissy. Chrissy? Anyways,
Yep.
you can download her worksheets. But I would recommend that you go to her channel and you start with her oldest videos first. And you watch at least from her first video, 10 in. At least 10 in. I did not need this. So after watching her videos and sharing them with Andra's like, this is too good to be true. And I actually had someone looking at the numbers alongside of me. So you know how sometimes you need, not that you need them, you just want someone next to you, right? You want someone to proofread with you, to show you, to tell you, to confirm or deny what you're seeing. Well, after we saw it, Andrea and I, late at night, worked numbers out, created a spreadsheet. I've changed my numbers from this. I've changed my numbers from here to here. I've changed my numbers so many times. After I got off the phone with Jason yesterday, I looked at everything and I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I already had a HELOC in place. I've had a HELOC attached to my mortgage for probably about, 7 years. There was nothing on it, 0. We used it when we were building the building for TJ. But once the building was built, we were then able to get a mortgage on it. If I could go back 12 months, what I would tell this girl right here. But that's another thing. So once TJ got the mortgage, my HELOC went back down to 0. I called the bank last week. I asked them what my payoff amount was on the mortgage. And it was good until the 27th. But we knew we were knocking this out. So I had until March or April of 26 for this, right? What I did yesterday was I took the mortgage, I took the Explorer, and I took the F-250, and I paid them all off, and I put them into the HELOC. What did this do for me? This freed up this amount of money because these were the loan payment amounts. So now they're no longer being used to pay them individually. Now I'm going to bring in a spreadsheet. I'm going to share my screen. You know what? Let's do the math first. Can we do the math? Do I still have you all here? I'd like to know that you're still here and that you're following me on this. And is this something that you are enjoying? So give me some form of feedback if you don't mind.
I reminded everyone that was here and those that haven't been tracking that just in case, you do not have to own a home with a HELOC. You can also have a personal line of credit if this is something that interests you in terms of fast tracking debt payoff. Christy does give us some scenarios where there is a personal line of credit in place rather than a HELOC. So I know some of you brought that up on last Sunday, so I wanted to make sure that you all that don't own a home and can't get a HELOC understand that. Also, I did link her channel that we've mentioned. So just in case you didn't have that saved. Yep, don't worry, Brenda. It can be confusing, but once you do some research and watch, it becomes much more understandable.
Brenda, it was confusing. Not so much confusing. For 2 years, I studied this for 2 years and then really hit it hard within the last 2 weeks. Okay. And the reason, see what Bev just said? This is another reason why I'm bringing this to the table. I want to see how your minds work. Okay? So when Fantastic explains this to us, this is an example. And now you might want to write this example down. She uses the line of credit as $10,000. Your income is your salary. She wants you to put your income in. So this is where it gets confusing. Your income in is actually a negative, and your expenses actually become a positive. Let me explain why. It's because we're doing math. So you have a $10,000 loan, but you put your income into it so that you're changing the interest rate. So your income goes in, and that's a payoff for that loan. So now you're paying off $7,000. That means you've got $3,000 balance, right? But now that's what's left on the loan. Now you need to take out expenses. So now you need to add that monies back in because you've got to pay yourself to pay the things that you need to pay off during the month. And now your loan goes back up to 7, even though it started at 10. Do you see how it's working? So this is what she teaches us. Your first balance is your low balance. After you put your expenses back in, or basically take them out, you're putting debt back into your loan. Do I still have you? You understand that even though there's a positive, this means you took money out of the account, which made the balance of the account go up. So she teaches us that this number is your high balance. Now, you insert your numbers, what your loan amount is, what your income would be, what your balance would be, and then what your expenses would be. So then you add your high and your low, and you get that amount. You divide that by 2, and you would get $5,000, right? Then she was basing this on an 18% rate. You times that $5,000 by 18%. That was
I think it was
$9,000 a year. Go ahead.
It wasn't 8%.
No, this was hers.
Oh, okay. That was a different example.
This is her example. This isn't my example. This is hers. So it was 18% and she got $9,000 a year based on a line of credit. You then take that year interest and you divide it by 365 days. You get $2.47 daily in interest. Times that by 30 or 31. I choose to times it by 31. She chooses to times it by 30. And that would be your month's interest rate. I started with this math. Okay. Where are you missing a zero?
Yeah, you got the 7 and the 3. You got 1,000. You meant to put 10,000. We got it, Shell. Thank you.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So this is the most important math. So I sat here and I worked these numbers and I worked these numbers. You see, I was literally working them, all different equations. So what I came up with is, then I needed to not have them on paper. I wanted them in a book. Now, you see these numbers here? Can you all see those? I wasn't sure if I was going to use all these funds that are available to me right now. Now, I'm giving you my story. I have the roof money. I don't have 17 in my sinking funds. I recalculated. I have 15. I have $20,000 in the bank from the sale of my father's condo. My first month payment of the mortgage, the car, and the truck. I would have this amount of money. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is the money I would have if I decided to use every single penny I've got. And I could add 300 to come up with 60,000. One scenario, like scenarios came into play constantly. How do I put? This was my question. And I'll pause for a second and you guys come up with an answer. I know I take money out of the bank for the last year, right? To make my videos, to save my money, to sink my money into sinking funds. So if I was to take all the monies out of the sinking funds, how do you deposit $17,000 back in the bank without them saying, hello, where did you get that money? I'm going to wait for an answer. I want to see what you all have to say. The roof is off the table right now. I think the roof is going to be on standby. But I want to see, how do you deposit big amounts into the bank? I mean, I could turn around and say to them, just like I did last time, I take money out all the time. You know what I do. They still flag you, Gretchen. They still flag you, Wendy. You don't, right, Michelle? What the hell? Huh. Susie on a budget. Right. I come to Canada. Oh my God. Then they really think I'd be laundering.
Right.
And that's the word they're looking for. You're laundering. Where are you getting this money? Lauren, I have to tell you, that might be the way I go. But now that you know that my monies and my funding is legit, it's hard to watch people that use prop money. But now I'm understanding some needs to be cash and some definitely needs to be prop. I agree with you 100%. But who the heck wants to go through that? Direct transfer. from my house to my bank? I can't do that. I got to get the money back in the bank from my sinking fund binders. This is already, no, I had an insurance check from Dad and I told them no one is knocking on my door. It's a business. Right. So that's where I was at, right? That's where my numbers kept changing. So let's go into the
Yeah, Wendy forgot you were talking cash.
it's okay. I want to go into a mock one, but I don't have a mock one. Let's start. All right, let me show you what I've done so far. Okay. All right. Now let's stick with me. Let's stick with me on paper. So this is what I've done today. Yesterday, right? Yesterday. So today, when I opened up my accounts, my mortgage is paid off. I opened up Ford and the Ford trucks are paid off. The money had gotten transferred for the mortgage right from the from the HELOC. Then the money from the HELOC got deposited into my checking account, and then from my checking account, I paid Ford, and it all cleared today. So today, this was the amount of my HELOC. So I sat here today because, you know, in her video, she never says do it on this date, do it on that date. And I'm thinking, well, what's the best dates to do this? So I thought to myself, I sat here at my desk and I'm thinking, well, if they're basing me on an average daily interest rate, right? Simple interest, I want to pay, even though the funds were taken out yesterday, that $20,000 from the inheritance is already sitting in my checking account. I paid $20,000 off today. So that's going to drop my interest for the month, right? Already. So now what it's all about is interest. So I am playing with monies. I took all the monies out of the high yield savings. I don't need that money in there. I left $300 in there. For me, the $25 that I'm earning in interest was nothing compared to what it's going to save me in paying back interest. Are you following me on that one? Give me a high yield savings account. Give me an HYSA if you understand why I cleared those accounts out. Okay, so you're still following me. Okay, and I was so excited to open that high yield last year. I really was. Okay, high yield got pulled. So now it takes 5 days for that money to come into the account. So today I gave them the 20,000, right? The 42, the 9, the 6, and the 3 will come on the first of the month. I'll pay them that. But the high yield, as soon as that comes in, I'm going to pay it down. I'm waiting on money coming out of my PayPal account. As soon as that gets put into the sinking, into the checking account, tomorrow I'm giving them 15. Now, because I paid off my money, my mortgage, escrow, they have $6,200 of my money in escrow. When I spoke to them on the phone yesterday, this will be, I said, where does this money, how do I get this money? She's like, well, how do you want it? I go, can you put it into my checking account? She said, yes. She says, okay, it will be in your checking account within a few days. This well, as soon as this comes in, it's going to go to the home equity line. Now, look at this math. Can you all see this math? I'm going to hold still. These were the loans This was the truck, this was the car, and this was the mortgage. 13 months, I was literally okay with 13 months left. I don't know what sparked my brain. But this is what, like, I had 6 more years and 3 more years. Now let's go to the math. Let's go to the math, because after you see this, you're going to understand why we're doing math. Okay, I'm going to present. How do we get that bigger?
You got to change. Yeah, you can take us completely off if you want to.
No, I don't think we need to. Can you all see this?
It's like really small. I can't see anyway.
Okay, so let's see if I can make it bigger.
Maybe they can see. Okay, that's better. And then Donna, can I just add something to your point? So everyone, oh, did it kick you out?
It did.
You guys remember when we're thinking about this math and these formulas and how it works, is that whatever you were making payments on previously, so whether you do all your debts, one debt, whatever, the payment amount that you were previously paying for that debt, when you pay that item off, you're no longer making that payment, and that's freeing up the cash flow for you to work your monies in and then the expenses that you need to come out. So just remember that as she talks through the rest of her numbers.
All right, now the other thing is this: you can't compare yourself to me. And I'm going to explain this, okay? Why you can't do it. Well, you might be able to do it my way, but for the most part, people that use her technique need to take out expenses.
Right.
Now that's a major thing. I'm sharing my scenario with you, okay? And we'll take questions. If you have questions, we'll take them as to the best of our ability. So let me share now. Okay, can you all see these numbers? Okay, I'm going to go over them. So we got A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Do you want to discuss the formula for a quick second?
If you would click into cell D.
Well, we don't want to show them that. Just tell them what each column is.
Well, but I don't. Okay, I think I remember.
No. Oh, all right, so here. So these, just like I gave you the math on the paper, she asks for high, low, whether or not you have a cash flow, an expense, and an interest rate. Now, if you look at column B, these are my numbers. Your numbers are going to be totally different. I'm using my numbers to show you how fast we can fast track this. Now, my high and my low are going to be the same, because this income, 6,000, is what I was already paying on these 3 loans, right? If you look at the 84, that's because I just paid down 20,000 of that today. That's why it went from 104 to 84. Follow me on this? Now you're saying, well, now you're down to 79. Well, if you look at this column right here, I have the high yield money I've got to get in there. I've got the escrow money that's eventually going to come in. I was adding 1,500 from PayPal, and I was pulling 5,000 from sinking funds. But I think that the 5,000 is now going to change to 9,000. I think I'm going to go through the sinking funds, and I think 9,000 is coming out. But that's to be determined. All right. So now, if you look at this, these numbers are changing based on these numbers right here. What's going to happen now is once we get to this one, you could see the numbers are going to change by a denomination of $6,000. So this is the number. D is after the first initial payment. This would be the interest rate that would be for the year based on this amount of money, the $84,000. This is $18.62 a day. This would be a month. G is the month. Now, 79 drops down because I'm still adding in these extra funds. But if you look at, say, from this here amount, this is the negative 6,000. Is that how I did that? Yeah. Okay. You're going to now see it go down by sixes. $6,000, right? Because that's what I am going to pay at the first of every month. But I'm thinking this. I save to sink each month. I think $2,000 out of the blue envelope needs to come an extra $2,000. So if I change this number to now $8,000 a month, watch the numbers in D change. Okay, watch D. So this isn't even February's, D2 is not even February's payment yet, right? This is going to change within the next week. So if this was February, this would be March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and then an extra December. But I know that there's going to be more than some months that I'm going to give more than $8,000. I want all of this to be done by December. I really want it to be done by October. Could I get it done? I think I could. So I took all this monies, and within that amount of time, I'm going to pay it off versus, if you look back at this bottom one, 13 months, 6 years, and 3 years. I am fast tracking this to be within the next 11 months. Do we have any questions? Did I just freak you all out? Hey, Jesus.
Welcome.
Thank you for becoming a member. Hey, Jesus, are you part of Fantastics? Because she has a Jesus on her channel that is always helping her out. Just curious if you're the same one.
The expenses
Okay.
are calculated
Go ahead.
based on your needs, Susie. So whatever your expense, whatever things that you need to pull back out. So if you dropped your whole paycheck into this velocity banking, you need to be able to pay your bills and your whatever food you need and things like that for your living expenses. So whatever your calculation is, that's what you calculate.
Okay, so can I just say welcome to Jesus,
nice.
because he is the person that, if you watched her live the other night, she actually was doing math, right? Am I correct? And what did she add? She's like, she was looking for him to help her with the math because she was too busy talking.
I don't remember exactly, but I remember him being very helpful, or this person being very helpful in the chat.
Okay, so this is what I was saying to you all. This scenario is my scenario, not your scenario. This isn't my total income. That's why I'm doing it this way. This was the amount that was being paid on those bills to begin with, plus my save to sink envelope. That's why that number is 8.
So she's taking, so Anne Marie, it would vary based on your HELOC and what you're putting into your HELOC, whatever your payment would be. But since she put in a whole $8,000, she has satisfied any minimum HELOC payment with inputting that monies into the HELOC.
But bring attention to the interest rates on the side. Look at E and look at G. Based on dumping monies into this as fast as you can and what you're not paying the bank. It's just a matter of somebody, I said this recently, and someone reiterated this. You don't let your money tell you where to put it. You have to tell your money where to put it, where you're going to put it. Your minimum monthly payment on a HELOC is usually your interest. Yes, thank you. And remember this, HELOCs, depending on the bank that you're using, they might charge you an in and out. You might only be allowed to, take money out 3 times a month or put money in 3 times a month. You got to make sure they're not going to charge you fees make sure there's no hidden fees.
Right.
Basically.
That's what I was trying to say, Lisa. Like, you, in this example, Donna's not worried about a minimum payment because she's satisfying well over what that would be.
Which is making the interest rate come down. What I'm going to do is this, because all my bills are satisfied on the first of the month anyway. I will pay the first of the month, but right now, because it's so new and I've got monies coming from different areas to start this fast tracking, I'm going to make it as often as I possibly can for the first month. Now, granted, yesterday was the first monies out, so the bill is not going to be due until the end of February. So I'm already going to be a month ahead. Now, you guys have to remember this. This is not the normal. This is the normal for me. You have to go and do the math and watch her and figure out what it would be for you. See, now let's go back here. Just say I might change it to 7. Look at the numbers change. It's a matter of getting to, for me, I might not be, this is what's coming. Let me tell you. After I revamp all this and I pull the monies from those sinking funds, I'll probably do it on a video, right? And the rest of the village is going to be like, what the heck is going on? Because they don't have the video that you're getting. They're going to be like, Donna, where'd your money go? My first of the month, like Andrew said to me earlier, is going to look extremely different. I think what I have to focus on now is I have to focus on when the mortgage, the land property taxes are going to be due. That's going to be first because that's May. Then I have to, well, first would be if I pull the monies, which I probably won't pull the monies for the classic cars. So the classic cars, like the Christmas, it's going to be retracted. I'm going to have sinking funds based on what needs are first. And then this is what I'm thinking. Remember, I'm talking me, from me. I'm going to remove this for now. Sorry, that was me. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to come back in for a few minutes, and then I'm going to show you something else. Okay. I'm sharing this with you because I'm truly fast tracking this for myself based on I had a 13 month projection for just the mortgage. And then that car note and that truck note was haunting me, literally haunting me. So took a step back, and first I was just going to do the truck note and get rid of that. But that's only giving me $600 a month. Damn, get rid of that mortgage that you pay $4,200 a month on and take that monies and put it towards your debt. That was a major aha moment. Major for me.
The cash flow, the change in cash flow. Yep.
Unbelievable.
And that's
right?
what I'm considering as well.
So now sinking funds are going to look different. I'm still going to keep saving as much as I can, but the first of the month allocations is going to change dramatically. Okay. When I'm done with me, this is what, wait till you see this. When I'm done with me, you got to remember, I go like this because it's behind me. I have that building loan, right? That our name is on. We also have TJ's mortgage. Our name is on it. Does it worry me? No, it's not my debt, but it's my debt for all intents and purposes. When I looked at, I'm gonna give you a verbal. I'm gonna give you a verbal. $2,000 a month goes to that building, right? TJ pays it. Out of $2,000, $509.85 goes to principal. So in 1 year's time, he's only paid down $10,792. Let's bring in fast tracking for TJ. Let me pull up TJ's. And then I'm going to be able to talk to you a little bit more about this. Oh. See, I keep losing it. All right. Okay. I have TJ's up. Ready? I'm going to share with you. So now you saw that now TJ's looks a little different. TJ has 196. But by the time I start this number might go down a couple of $1,000. This cannot get started till I'm done with mine. So when I'm done with mine, I'm going to help get rid of this. As soon as I'm done with mine, I will then change my home equity line to $200,000 versus the 125. I'm going to take this and I'm going to throw it into the HELOC. When I do, you see his numbers. Look at the interest rates, right? $14,000 a year. But now I'm going to put $10,000 into this a month. I'm going to take my 6. Oh no, I'm sorry. This was TJ's house. This wasn't the building. All right, let's change this.
Yeah, and then change the high and low balance.
No, it's the same amount basically. So I was putting 6 down on getting rid of my debt. I'm going to take that 6 and I'm going to roll it into TJ's payment. TJ pays 2. So that number now becomes 8. In, what are we at? How many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just go to here. 25 months, 25, 26 months. In 26 months from the date I start this, he's going to go from a 30-year mortgage to being done in 2 years. Yes, I am helping him. Does he know that yet? Not at all. But then this is what happens. After 2 years, and this is if it doesn't hit the fan. Life happens, something could come up, this whole thing could be shot to pff. But remember, so now I have my 6 going in. We have the 2,000 from the building, right? And now we have 2,000, which would have been his mortgage payment. Now I'm doing his house now. So that's why this number changes to 10. And TJ's house after that would be paid off in 21 months. So in a matter of 4 years, with this method, I'm getting rid of my $100,000 debt, TJ's $200,000 debt on his building, and his $200,000 debt on his house. If things were to change, the house would become null and void for now. Like I wouldn't touch the house. And Vinny says to me, I want to buy a house. Vinny would have to come in after the building. If Vinny had to get a mortgage. I don't want Vinny to get a mortgage because I'm never going to allow my loved ones to get a mortgage ever again. So I have contingency plans in my head. If Vinny was to get married within the next 5 years, this has got to change because I've got to help Vinny next as long as the building is done. Building goes first, then it's Vinny, and then I'll come back and piggyback off of TJ. Or I finish up with TJ. Vinny takes a mortgage for a short period of time, and then all that money, TJ's money and my money, gets Vinny paid off. It is a village thing. This is how my family is going to do it. And my family doesn't even know it that they're doing it yet this way. I am taking control. I'm taking the reins, and I'm going to make it so that I'm here to see both of my kids mortgage free. Ooh, let's open the floor for questions.
So it's a Google Sheet, which is Excel on the Google platform, and it's a shared spreadsheet. And we have talked with Lisa and Rena. Who else did we bring in on the call, Donna?
Steph.
And Mama Bear. So we just took what Christy was teaching. So as you guys look at the videos and she does the math on the whiteboard, all we did was plug that into Excel because that's an easy way to do formulas and then work out the numbers to put your different scenarios, to play or in play.
I still have a goal. One of my goals is this. On Sunday nights when we go live regularly, right? I would love to find a way to reach out to Fantastic and really break bread with her and get her to come on with us and give us, because I think that, and I told you guys the other day, please go flood her channel. Go tell her we exist here, because I think that not us, but we as a budgeting and savings community could take her knowledge. And because this is what she explains, you need to know your income and every expense that you have. Those numbers have to be in order. And who knows them better than the people that have been saving? So you guys are already a leg up. We're going to go over the formulas on Google. Andrew and I are working on that with what we're going to bring to the table with you all. So just be on standby. I wanted to give you guys as members a private video because I promised it to you. but everything was falling into play, and I was not making videos because I literally, I was living numbers for the last 2 weeks. And then it goes back to, okay, guys, this is TJ stuff. It goes back. Is Jason still here? Is Jay still here? Jay, can I use the word? I'm going to use the word that you used yesterday with me. After Jay and I had our business meeting and we were talking, he used the word epiphany. And I said, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I feel like has happened to me. And this is not a closing note, but I want to read it again because I want you guys to take this and I want you to use it because I swear it something magical and spiritual and godly happened to me when I faced my biggest fear, when I faced the devil, which is my debt. Dear God, I see all the debt paid in full. My bills are paid in full. My credit cards are paid in full. My car loan is paid in full. My truck loan is paid in full. I see everything I have to pay for paid in full. I see my home mortgage paid in full. I will be debt free. Thank you, God. Love, Donna. Now, I know they're all not paid in full. They're on a HELOC. But they're paid in full as a debt collector would think for them, right? I saw paid in full on the website when I opened it up this morning. And now that I see these numbers and how fast they can go down, I'm on a mission. And if you are a Blues Brothers fan, you know that they were on a mission from God. I now feel like I am on a mission from God. I feel like I should get up and start doing the dance.
Well, the whole thing what I heard earlier when you first were sharing, and I immediately thought of your letter to God. And I said to myself, you said it, you manifest, you asked. And that prompting came from the Holy Spirit of all this 2 years of, you thinking about it and like you said to me, not having someone to really bounce it off of. And then we've been bouncing the last few weeks, and it's like, wow. Because what was my initial when we were first texting about it? I was like, I don't know about that interest because that's higher than what I'm paying now, right? I was like, oh, I don't think so. Nope, can't be true. And then I watched Christy do the math, and I was like, oh.
Some of my notes. Simple interest is not amortized. Learn what they are. Learn how to break down simple interest into your monthly bill. Like, when I speak the truth. I literally sat here consumed by hours and hours of math and looking and thinking. And listen, this could have went on in my head until Monday because that was the payoff date. But it was talking about it on Sunday and then talking about it with Jason yesterday. That I was just like, Donna, do it or get off the pot. Pull up your big girl pants. What are you waiting for? I felt like a Nike's commercial. Just do it.
Just do it.
Lisa said the same thing.
Yeah.
So basically, why are we bringing this to the table? Because and I said this from the very beginning. I'll be the guinea pig. I'm going to be a different guinea pig because my financial situation was a little bit different than the person that's really trying to conquer their debt. So I'm gonna run it with my numbers, and then we're going to bring in this girl, and she's going to be able to do it the traditional, fantastic way, the traditional velocity banking way, where she's going to put in and take out, put in and take out. Right now, I'm just putting in. if I ever got to the point where maybe when I'm done, or maybe 6 months, not even, maybe 3 months in, I might feel really comfortable and say, freak this, I'm putting all that money in and I'll pull out what I need. I don't know. I was going to attempt that with the roof money. I was going to throw the roof money in, pull the roof. I felt like I was doing the hokey pokey, pull the roof money out, and then watch the numbers change. We still got 93 strong. What can you guys give us what you're actually feeling? And it could be good, bad, or other. Please just tell us what's on your mind. We want to hear from you. I got crickets.
Well, the couple things that came up, we were answering in the chat. Let's see. Rose said, "This is a lot. No wonder your brain has been so focused. Lots to watch and take notes on."
Okay, small town budgets. Fantastic goes over that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go watch her videos.
Doesn't it scare you to get a HELOC?
I've had a HELOC forever. I used the HELOC on TJ's building. You know what? This is, and we'll hold on to these questions. Okay. This is also important. Okay. You can take all your debt and throw it into your HELOC. Huh. You need to be regimented. That doesn't mean that you've got all that income, you got all that free money sitting there again.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what that means. You've got to stick to this. This isn't for the light heart. You've got to commit. It's commit. And you've got to be willing to run the ride. But when you take your numbers and start doing the math and you see a 30-year loan, which would be 29 right now, because we've only had that mortgage a year on that building, and then give me a year to clear up mine. So now he's 2 years into his building. And then because my family is like we're bringing it together, I'm going to be able to take a 30-year, which is now at 28 years, and kill it in 2. I'm done with interest. I'm done with the bank making stupid money on me. I pulled out this weekend. I pulled out my HUD, my mortgage statement. And when I saw that I paid almost $150,000 extra on this house, I had a canary. So when I said earlier that I was pissed at myself and my younger self for not knowing this stuff now. I'm mad at myself. How much money I've given to others without understanding there was a better way. Did I miss anything? I'm sorry. I got passionate.
There's some more. There's some questions, and I'm stuck on Joe Tucker. I love it. You just did the math, and you can get all debt, including house, paid off in 39 months, with just paying what I'm paying now. So I love that you're already working numbers. That's awesome. Let's see. Ashley says, I'm having a hard time between saving and paying off debt, starting new journey in December, and just feeling like I can't get ahead.
Okay, and if you go back to Fantastic, she shows people that have negative incomes to then have a cash flow. But that cash flow does not mean you go out and spend it.
Right.
You really have to. We talk about this all the time, the whole save to sink. I got ahead last year on my method. My save to sink method got me ahead.
Mm-hmm.
It's got me ahead right now. But you know what? I'm pulling that to get out from under the man.
Chrissy says, I'm interested to see how it goes for you guys. I'm curious how the put in and take out goes. Jason said, after our conversation, I started playing with my numbers and I'm going to present them to my wife this weekend.
I love it. But
Rose,
it's
what you need to do.
You got to stay focused on this. This isn't, it really is a mindset.
Bobby says, I'm still crunching these numbers over here. This is a lot. I've been working on it the past 2 days. It's kind of scary, but wow at the same time. Sandra.
And listen, never do anything you're not comfortable doing. Don't. And remember, for 2 years, this has been in my brain. For 2 weeks. Someone said I did my debt confession on the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that earlier, right? The 5th, somebody said?
Yeah.
So 17 days ago. And for 2 weeks, I've been thinking. I'm telling you, try a debt confession. Even if you don't have a channel, go sit in a room by yourself and do what I did. Just do it. Talk out loud. Do a debt confession. Because it was amazing.
Wendy,
Okay,
who is Bill?
Can we talk about this for a second? On your 0% credit cards, don't you have to pay a fee? So for me, that would be the same as interest.
Well, she's not doing a balance transfer, I presume. Is she making just a regular payment? Anne Marie, I meant to ask you about that because you were mentioning that in one of your videos, but you didn't really elaborate on how you were doing it, at least in the videos that I was watching.
So you use your credit card to pay your mortgage? Is that how you did it? Or did you do balance transfers? Right. And this is important. This is so important.
She said the fee is about $300, but I save thousands on interest when I do that. Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. And honestly, what Jesus says, she says all the time on her channel. Like,
Sandra, that's what I'm considering as well. I'm considering the Audi. I'm looking at a HELOC to roll up my Audi, which is about 32 more thousand, and attack it. But I gotta watch Donna for a minute. I need to.
And honestly, my first month is going to be like I plan on my first month, whatever extra cash I have, I'm gonna dump into that first month.
Mm-hmm.
Because it like, let's go back to me again. Let's see. Let's present.
Ashley, I see your comment, and that's really a personal, a personal matter that you might want to seek other counsel for that matter.
Just the breakdown on the interest, and you can actually watch it go, is mind-blowing. Like I said, if I could change this a few months in between to 8 and still save on the side what I need to save, I mean, we're there. We're there. And it's so amazing that right now, all I'm looking at, you know, like when you looked at savings challenges for the first time and you started savings challenges and all you want to do is go through the cushions and find, or the car, and take as much coins and stuff and dump it into those savings challenges. Remember the joy you had when you first started saving money? I now have that, and all I want to do is throw it into that and watch those numbers go down. It's addicting. Addicting.
Yeah. I'm considering like the cash flow aspect. I'm excited about it. The numbers are starting to play in my head, but I got so much else to do at work. I'm like, no, we got to focus on work so I can get to the retirement stage and then focus on this a little bit more.
This is truly, you know, everything in time. But now I look at this and I go, dang, am I wishing the next 5 years away? But this, you know, it is what it is. Time flies to begin with. But when you have a focus like this, in 5 years, when I think about this, I would still have that Ford Explorer payment. Because in the back of my head, I go, was it really a 6 year or was it a 7 year? I couldn't remember. And I'm afraid to go look at that paperwork. I should go look at that paperwork. You know what?
That's how I feel about the Audi.
Oh, I just dropped something. Okay, so let's see what this would have been, because Lord knows. Okay, so the Ford was a 1.90, right? Which wasn't bad. I would have been $2,600 more than what I bought the car for. So finance charge was $2,600. But the fact that it was almost $1,000, it was $900 a month. Like, get rid of it. Get rid of it. It blows my mind. And look, this is so funny. I have all the paperwork here from when I was doing the math on how much I should have put down on it. Like, and wait, who here? Remember, where did the down payment come from? The tires savings challenge. Poor John never got his tires. Tell us, Jesus, tell us.
I just know it does, and that's why I don't buy new cars.
Tell us. I would love to know this one.
I don't buy new cars.
Tell us. I'd love to know. Wow, it's 10 o'clock at night. Whoa. Makes a hell of a lot of sense. A hell of a lot of sense. Yep. Crazy. So I did put a video out tonight. I did save money tonight. I do have goals for the month of January. The Save to Sync has got some funding in it. But you know what? We're still working on some big challenges. But Save to Sync is going to change February 1st. That's going to be totally different. I mean, what are we, 22 days? So we got 10 days, 9 days left in the month. Is it 31 days in? Yeah, 31.
Yeah, there's 31.
I still got to get a cash condensing video in here. Then I'm going to have to figure out the sinking fund video where I'm pulling monies out and go through everything. Did you want to show them your loan book? Did you want to share your loan stuff?
The Toyota or which one?
I don't know. You had the book out earlier before we started.
Well, I was excited. I was excited because, okay, I'll tell everybody. I was excited because I transferred another $910 over into the Toyota. So for those that were watching my last debt confession, I was kind of teetering between, should I continue on with the credit card plan that I had on my debt-free marathon, or should I go ahead and tackle the Toyota, which had about 7,000 left, and that frees up 400 in my cash flow. So I decided to go ahead and tackle the Toyota. I can get that done in the next few months. Before I retire, the Toyota will be free and clear. And then I can resume my debt-free marathon. And the reason why this whole velocity banking is exciting because as most of you know, I will have a different income come 1 September. So freeing up some cash flow and potentially using the HELOC on my condo in Colorado to loop in that Audi, which I know I could do, and even potentially one or two of the credit cards. I don't have a lot of, I have some equity in the condo. I don't have a whole lot, but if I could loop those couple things in, I can see myself really working this plan with the velocity banking. So that's why I'm kind of watching Donna. We're working, like I'm watching Christy. I'm like, okay. So I'm waiting on that prompting. I'm praying about it. I need to hear back. You know, I pray and I wait for clarification and confirmation from the Holy Spirit. That's what I believe in. Because in the past, as you all know, I've shared, I've made a lot of dumb mistakes. And so now I'm trying to be a lot smarter.
I'm feeling good right now. Like when I said in the beginning of 2025, this is going to be our year, accountability is on the table and everything that goes with it, I would not have thought in my wildest of dreams that we'd be only 22 days into the month and we'd have this many wow factors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is just blown my mind.
And you don't have to do the biggest. You really have to run your numbers. You could do small chunks, just like Anne-Marie's saying. Small chunks. Mm-hmm. And kick that interest in the butt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anne-Marie and Michelle.
So considering that this was our first members only video live, 1 to 10, tell me what you thought of it and be real, because you know I like to keep it real.
You guys are so awesome.
You guys are awesome.
I think now
10 is based on what you're taking away from it, really. That exactly. If you enjoyed it, that meant you got something from it. Exactly. Yeah, what we just said.
I was just gonna say, I think, not that I haven't been investing. I mean, I have money that goes into my thrift savings plan and all that jazz. But I think for the first time, I actually can see like not owing people money. Like I think I was telling you, Donna, I've never seen myself or thought of the fact that I could not have a mortgage payment. Like I always settled with the fact that, okay, you're going to retire from the Air Force. You're going to, here, you know, I'm working out my numbers. I don't want to have to work. I've shared this with you guys, but I'm going to always have a mortgage and I'm always going to have a car payment. And now I'm like, say who? I'm definitely not about to have a Toyota. I'm going to work out this Audi. So I'm going to have no car payments. And then I'm going to start tackling this mortgage and being able to invest. And I've never really, like, I don't know, I've never really seen myself as a person that could do that, coming just from where I come from.
So when I was a kid, and I've said this before on here, I was always taught that you are who you hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
And for this stage of our life, we are hanging out with good savings and budgeting financial people
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
who are keeping one another accountable.
Yes.
So, with that being said, when you have a spend day, doesn't mean you get to spend 5 different times. If you have to have a spend day, you spend only that.
Who remembers that from the live? Was that Sunday you were laughing about that? I think that was Sunday. Oh my God.
But do you understand that that's not a free ride? Think of all that money that you allocated and mentally told yourself it was okay to do.
And I didn't even go do it. I didn't even go spend it, by the way.
I wasn't asking for a confession.
I didn't even do it. No, I felt so bad. I said, oh, you cannot spend this money. I'm going to have more rollover for February.
But see, if I do that for you, you're gonna you stay up until midnight the other night on a work night to get my numbers straight. I mean,
Well,
you know,
I should be able to go purchase something. Doggone it.
no.
Oh, look at them reminding Donna. Thank you, y'all. See, they got my back. Y'all got my back. I love it. I love you guys.
I don't know. Someone told me I didn't pay for it, so it's John's.
But you ate it.
And it was really good. Okay, so she hasn't seen it yet. Wait, here it is. So going back to that create a savings challenge every day in the month of February, I went back and took out one of the originals. So if you got to watch tonight's video, you know where I'm going with this. If you haven't, you will see it in tonight's video. This one had to make a comeback today. It is one of my favorites.
Ooh, I'm going to need that one.
Based on last week. And the old girl in me, it's somewhere up at the top.
I need my donut binder.
I don't know where it is. Lord knows. No, I don't know where it is. I have the most amazing no, I don't know where it is. I'll find it on the next one. If Bev was here, she'd probably know. Yes, Bev, do you remember the craft I made with Chip and Dale? No. The cutest little book. See, this is why I don't craft things no more. Don't know where to go. Oh well. So anyways, I do have the matching pocketbook and wallet to this stupid challenge. Did you know that Loungefly did a pocketbook and a wallet that matches this?
That's cute.
Yes. So that was in light of no spending and donuts, which is going to follow us around for the rest of our life, just so you know.
You know it is.
And that works. Hey, Seuss, do you have a channel? Everybody's asking. Trina. Hi, Trina. But I want to say thank you for joining us. And I think it's an honor for me that you came over from Fantastic and you joined us. And he did leave comments. He did leave a lot of comments on Sunday night's video live. So if you guys get a chance, go look at all the comments he left us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But it's always nice to see the village grow. Loves my privacy. But thank you for sharing your information with us.
Now I gotta go look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want Donna's office. Oh, Laura, that's so sweet. Just needs to be revamped here and there. It was a wonderful night. And now don't forget, Friday nights, we go live at 9:30 on Andrew's channel. So don't forget to join us there on that night. Chaos and all. You know what? My chaos is organized to the most part. And that's probably why I won't get rid of half the crafting stuff, is because one day I might want to do it again. And little girl, as she gets older, she's going to want to do things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to want to do them with her. Do you know what a topic we're going to have to discuss?
You guys are so funny.
What?
Don't forget to take a nap for my live because it goes into the next day. Go potty,
Oh.
bring a drink, and a food. You know we're going to need But I will say, you guys, yes, definitely some pickles. But you guys, we're going to do fun intros, do our business, and then we're going to be like, all right, break. Now it's time to have a good time. Because I felt like we wanted to have a good time, and we still had a couple minutes of business left. So I'll bring that up again on Friday.
So basically what she's saying is the chief was speaking and we were talking over her.
Yeah, we weren't listening.
And we're not allowed to do that.
Dang on it. I won't use some wrong
When the
words.
chief talks, we need to listen.
And y'all make sure you do your homework assignments and watch those couple of video clips, please.
Oh, wait. And tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow is Save with Judy.
Oh,
don't forget that the hop is with Judy tomorrow.
Yep.
Judy's here.
Make
So
sure y'all watched on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
I did not. I've got to. Is Jack here? I got to go watch Jack. I've got to go watch On, and I've got to watch Judy tomorrow.
Thanks, Michelle.
Yes. Big things happening for this village.
Yes. The one, yeah, Wendy. The ones that are on the slideshow.
Oh, Jack, I didn't get to watch your hop video yet. Please don't hate me.
You know what, Jack? I started your hop video, but I think I was leaving the gym and I didn't go back. I got to go back and finish Jack as well. I
got to do my envelopes.
I
have to do my envelopes.
Yeah, well, I do too. Well, I started my main hop, but I got to do my kids and I did reprint because y'all know I got my color printer, my ink. I got to redo. I did my pet one already. I got to reprint my kids one so it's all in color and pretty.
And tomorrow is Thursday. By Friday, the hop for February will have a few new channels. So we'll have new channels involved in February. And if the old channels don't get into February, they'll be back in March. So just know I'm going to rotate as much and as often as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And that be it. All right. Everybody's got work tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me and being part of my journey. I appreciate you. And I will be back here with a video, and I hope everybody stays warm tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night, everyone. You guys are the best. Good night.
Thanks, Gretchen.